All right. Thank you so much, Josh, and thank you everybody for the invitation to be here. Really excited to be here with you today. And I'll just jump right into it. I think I got control of the slides. There we go. Let's see. All right. So I know our time is short today, but I'm going to be covering two areas. First, what the Extension Foundation has rolled out in partnership with Cooperative Extension related to AI, including tools, professional development, infrastructure, and governance that are already live. And second, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing nationally across Cooperative Extension in terms of readiness, gaps, and opportunity based on a recent study that we conducted with leaders across the land grant system. So a little bit of context, and I think Dr. Martin did a really great job of talking about this, but I really want to make sure I understand that not everybody here may be familiar with the cooperative extension system. So just to give you a little bit of a high-level overview, it is a nationally connected, but it is a state and locally administered system of approximately 35,000 community-embedded educators and a huge network of volunteers. So these educators, they're employed with land-grant universities, but they work in counties and communities all across the country. Almost every county in the country has a local extension office that's offering community-facing programs, and their role is to translate university research into practical, research-based educational programming that supports agriculture, health, youth development, community development, and so much more. And increasingly, that work includes digital literacy and emerging technologies. Extension is often the place where communities encounter new technologies for the first time through their trusted local educator. And then just a little bit about the Extension Foundation. We exist to support that system just at a national level. So we're a nonprofit that helps connect cooperative extension nationally. We help provide shared infrastructure and coordination to enable national and federally funded initiatives to be delivered locally. So in practice, that means working with federal partners on national initiatives and then supporting the state-based extension services as they implement those initiatives locally. A really great example of that is our National Pesticide Safety Education Program that's funded by the EPA. We manage a national award, and then we subaward those funds out to all the state extension pesticide safety education programs. So the educators, they focus on the programs to meet the needs of the people that they serve and the requirements in their states. And then the EPA manages one relationship with us and doesn't have to manage 50 separate relationships. And a little bit about extension bots. So this is really our flagship and our most visible AI effort that we've rolled out in partnership with the Cooperative Extension System, and development on this began in 2019. It is a chatbot that's built by Extension, for Extension, and the communities that they serve. So it uses only Extension-approved, research-based content, and our database of approximately 1 million questions asked by the public and answered by Extension experts over the last 15 or 16 years. Every response is cited and the answers are localized so that people are directed to information relevant to where they live. It's in full production today with 40 institutions directly involved in contributing data, and this work is publicly funded through USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture through the New Technologies for Ag Extension Cooperative Agreement. So from the beginning, we really treated AI as more than a technical problem. So alongside these tools, we established a National AI Advisory Board that includes professionals across Extension and the land grant system focused on governance, including things like ethics, attribution, transparency, and risk. And then we also host several professional development sessions for cooperative extension each year around different AI topics. So very briefly, here are the primary goals of the Extension Bot Initiative, which I think can be boiled down to helping the public with timely answers, enabling Extension to serve more people and connect new audiences back to their local Extension educators, and giving Extension educators a useful starting point with using AI in their work. And a little bit about the reliability of extension bots. So we are a founding member of the AgriBench Consortium. That's an initiative housed at the University of Illinois Center for Digital Agriculture. AgriBench was created to bring transparency and rigor to evaluating AI quality in agriculture through standardized benchmarking. So in the first published AgriBench leaderboard, ExtensionBot ranked number 2 out of 6 agriculture-focused chatbots. It ranked number 6 out of 27 chatbots, including the large foundation and commercial models like ChatGPT and Google Gemini. And then when isolating horticulture, ExtensionBot moves to number 1 among agriculture-specific models and number 4 overall among all models. And then our other product is around supporting our ExtensionBot infrastructure more efficiently and also helping land-grant universities make more sense of their data so they are becoming more AI ready. So Merlin is our national data infrastructure for extension. Its role is to take fragmented extension content, things, websites, PDFs, publications, and transform that into more structured, usable formats that AI systems can work with. So that supports ExtensionBot today, but it supports future AI-enabled systems that institutions will need to use down the road. Merlin is institution-controlled, it's reusable, and it's interoperable. States retain ownership of their content, but they don't have to solve the readiness problem entirely on their own. And this is really about helping extension organizations become AI-ready beyond any single application. And a little bit about some of the national trends. So to understand what was happening beyond our own work, we conducted a 4-phase study between July and September of 2025 with leaders across the land-grant system, including extension directors and administrators, and our partners over at the Ag Experiment Stations, also known as Ag Innovation. And what we see is really high enthusiasm for AI. Readiness is a little bit uneven across the country. On one hand, you have institutions like Dr. Martin at UW-Madison, I think are very advanced in the work that they're doing, and you have some others that are catching up to that. And then we do see a lot of adoption today that is bottom up and driven by individual educators, faculty, or units. Training gaps appear to be a bit of a bottleneck, and policy can sometimes be seen as unclear, but the findings did indicate a really strong demand for shared resources, guidance, and coordination at a national level. And these patterns were showing up consistently regardless of geography or program area. So when you put all this together, we see a clear insight from this, which is AI readiness is not necessarily a technology problem. It's really a coordination and capacity problem. So access to models does not really appear to be the constraint, but governance, workforce readiness, shared infrastructure, and alignment are. So the work that we've been doing at the foundation doesn't solve that on its own, but it does help make some of those gaps a little bit more visible. And this points towards one example of a national response opportunity that leverages that extension education model to help communities become more AI ready. So of course AI literacy is becoming essential across agriculture, health, and so much more, but how people learn about AI needs to be grounded in trust and local context. So our vision is a nationally coordinated program that we refer to as Master AI Navigators, similar to the very popular Master Gardener program, to help provide shared curriculum, governance, and evaluation while allowing extension educators to tailor delivery to best meet the needs of their local communities. So we've seen this model work in other areas of extension. I've already mentioned our pesticide safety education program, but perhaps our biggest success with extension comes from our national immunization education program through funding from the CDC and USDA NIFA, where we applied a very similar model and reached nearly 100 million people in communities across the nation with immunization education. This model allows national initiatives to scale while remaining locally relevant, accountable, and community-driven. And under a concept like this, extension educators could lead trusted, community-based AI literacy education across the country. Thank you so much.